Whether you acknowledge it consciously or not, the purpose of your existence.
There's nothing that will make a man more self-conscious than being rejected. And why? Because why is he rejected? Well, obviously, Mother Nature, in the guise of that particular woman, has said, you're not so bad for a friend, but there's no reason that your genetic material should propagate itself into the future.
Is to pass down your genes. Unfortunately, as elephant seals understand full well, not all of you will be successful in your endeavors. In fact, 95% of elephant seals are unsuccessful in passing down their genes. Now, that's hypergamy on steroids. By comparison, the human male doesn't have it nearly as bad. Nonetheless, many of you will still be unsuccessful in your endeavors. This isn't anything new, though. Researchers in Germany have found that throughout human history, mothers have regularly outnumbered fathers, meaning that more women have passed down their DNA than men. In other words, there have always been incels. In fact, even during the times that you all wish we could go back to, even pop culture acknowledged this.
Ma, when are you gonna give up? You got a bachelor on your hands. I ain't never gonna get married.
You're gonna get married.
Ma, sooner or later there comes a point in a man's life when he's gotta face some facts. And one fact I gotta face is that whatever it is that women like, I ain't got it. I chased after enough girls in my life. I went to enough dances. I got hurt enough. I don't want to get hurt no more. I just called up a girl this afternoon. I got a real brush off, boy. I figured I was past the point of being hurt, but that hurt. Some stupid woman who I didn't even want to call up. She gave me the brush. No, Ma, I don't want to go to Stardust Ballroom because all that ever happened to me there was girls made me feel like I was a bug. I got feelings, you know. I had enough pain. No thanks, Ma.
Marty,
No. I'm gonna stay home tonight and watch the hit parade.
you're gonna die without a son.
So I'll die without a son.
Oh, Marty, put on the blue suit, huh?
Blue suit, gray suit. I'm just a fat little man, a fat, ugly man.
You not ugly.
I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly.
Marty.
Ma, leave me alone! Ma, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm miserable enough as it is.
Now, of course, the quantity of incels is increasing. Hypergamy is increasing. And it's for many reasons. Religion is decreasing, women no longer need financial support, the existence of social media and dating apps, and the list could go on. And so, with that stated, I think it's important to understand that in this competitive game of life, some of you are playing on rookie difficulty, others on regular, and some of you on veteran difficulty.
I don't know, man. It's depressing. I'm just tired of feeling lonely, tired of always being. And then another problem is for me, I'm always getting rejected by females. I always get rejected by females all the time. All the time. I get rejected. Sometimes I feel like it's probably because, you know, the way I look. Like, I feel like 9 times out of 10 it's probably because, you know, I'm not attractive enough.
And by veteran difficulty, I mean it is so difficult that you could be doing everything correctly, but somehow an NPC will spawn behind you and knife you. It's a rigged game. And with that stated, it really f***ing bothers me when I see shit like this.
Like, if you smell nice and you're funny, you will hit whatever the f*** you want. It's actually just a skill issue for these people. And I am super successful with women purely because, and all of them have told me this, I speak about my interest to them. They feel like I desire them as like an audience.
Gaslighting. It's actually insane how few people recognize the plight of sub-5s.
Are you crazy? You are just not confident. The chin can be corrected with exercises. And make another haircut. That's it. And be more cheerful and confident.
Excuse me. Stop saying you are ugly, as it is obviously not true and you are encouraging shallow people's stupidity. No one is ugly.
Don't like the way you look. You can change that. Stop it. You're not ugly. You just need help.
Not only are the majority of them alone, but on top of trying to work out to get in shape, on top of working hard to make lots of money, on top of trying to be nice and charismatic, they have to deal with people telling them shit like this. Unfortunately, very few people understand this hidden truth. And so they're completely unaware of how brutal the life of a sub 5 could really be.
Hey, YouTube. I'm just tired, man. I can't get nobody. Another day has went by and I can't get nobody. I'm just feel so lonely. I can't get anybody, YouTube. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm tired. My heart hurts so bad. I really want companionship, but I ain't got no option but to be by myself, and I'm just tired.
And you must understand, this goes far beyond just dating as well. This extends into business, certain jobs you can get, the ability to gain bonuses, your ability to make and retain friends, constantly having to deal with negative social cues, sometimes being subtle, sometimes not so subtle.
Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead? That's okay?
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up? Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss. Dude, you want to step outside? You want to step outside? Huh? I'm not scared of you, pal. Enough. You shut up, too. Go ahead and attack me, Jake.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just wanted bagels. I recorded the whole thing. Absolutely.
Oh, and a guy 3 times my size. That's okay?
Get your food and leave.
What happened? What, I'm sorry?
Get your food and leave.
You know what?
There's no need to play.
And the list could just continue to go on. Unfortunately, I don't think many people are going to see this video. YouTube doesn't seem to like recommending these types of topics. So, for the few of you who do see this video, I really encourage you to try to be respectful to everybody you meet.
You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world. I swear to God. Because they got a hot girl, they can be horrible. Like, you're still ugly, though.
Because you really don't know what someone's going through, especially certain less fortunate people. Now, if you believe that you're part of this group of less fortunate people, please try to keep in mind that while you are playing the game on veteran difficulty, and I acknowledge that, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's impossible to win. Now, I understand that an argument can be made that it's actually worse for the world overall if a sub 5 were to continue trying rather than simply accepting that it's over. For one, it makes it more difficult for the other participants in the market. Another argument could be made that, hypothetically speaking, the offspring would likely face the same difficulties if they're male, which could lead to negative consequences for a society. In fact, we went over precisely this argument in one of my recent videos, Is Your Rejection Paving the Way for a Better Future?
Obviously, if you can't fulfill this purpose in life, this could potentially lead to some pretty drastic implication. Now, while I'm not going to spell out precise examples, I'm sure a lot of you guys are smart enough to infer precisely what I'm saying. It's for this reason that the FBI might be watching this video, and it's for this reason why Reddits that revolve around inceldom also get shut down very quickly. It's why videos like this tend to never grow, because the algorithm pushes them down. It's because of the correlation to certain events, we'll say. And it's obviously very upsetting for me to acknowledge this, because I understand that the majority of people are not like that. But this is just the law of probability when given a large enough sample size. Even if there's only one bad apple per tree, the correlation is still present and quite obvious when there's thousands of trees. And so the way to reduce the amount of these bad apples by the law of probability is to have there be less trees. And the only way to achieve that, obviously, is through many years, a long period of time of natural selective pressure.
However, as humans, we're all selfish beings looking out for our best interests. So perhaps you don't give a f*** about any of that. So think deeply. What is it that you want? If you're okay accepting that it's over for the reasons I explained, then I encourage you to try to enjoy this rare gift of consciousness that you've been given. There's a lot of interesting hobbies, and in general, I'd really recommend going to the gym to stay fit, staying healthy, taking care of yourself, taking care of your hygiene, making lots of money to do things that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to do. All of these things simply give you a reason to wake up in the morning, a goal to work towards, something to accomplish, something to work hard for. Perhaps you could even have a positive impact on the world. Because you see, there's two ways to live forever. That could be genetically or mimetically. Mimetically can be through your last name. Perhaps you're building a legacy. This could be through something you create, or perhaps it's through some of your accomplishments. Maybe it's just the ideas you share. On the other hand, if you rather not accept that it's over, then I encourage you to take notes from elephant seals.
As males can only expect to live for 12, this is a crucial contest for the challenger. It's perhaps his only chance to breed. On this occasion, it's the challenger who is thrashed.
"95% of them are unsuccessful. But those motherfuckers don't concede. No, they go down swinging. And so I really implore you to try to adopt this mindset of an elephant seal. Figuratively speaking, of course. See, you are playing on veteran difficulty, but that does not mean that it's impossible to win. Even if you fail in the end. Every single day, working towards something is going to bring you more joy than otherwise. This is basic elementary level human psychology. I'm not going to lie to you and say that all of you are going to be successful in your endeavor. That's not true. The math simply does not add up. But some of you will. And regardless, simply waking up with an objective, something to fight for, is going to light a fire within you. I think it's important to acknowledge the truth if we want to live better lives. And contrary to all these red pill self-improvement channels across YouTube, I think we've done that. Unfortunately, the male self-delete rate is increasing. And I really hope that videos like this can be a positive influence in reducing that. As we've gone over in our video on free will, it's all of these external environmental factors that you're exposed to that come together to contribute to an overall decision. And so I really hope that this video that you've now been exposed to can simply be another positive environmental factor. Tomorrow is a new day. I hope that you wake up with that fire within you. Like an elephant seal, against all of the odds, remain stoic.